Hey, LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite. We are starting tonight off face-to-face confrontation in the ring. The ceasefire between Buddy Matthews and the House of Black has been called, and they now find themselves face-to-face. So let's hear how things are going down in this ceasefire. Mr. Matthews, I am aware that you have called the House to a ceasefire negotiation tonight. A negotiation in which you seek a war with the House of Black, but you boldly seek a war of your own choice. So tell me, Buddy Matthews, what is this war you so desperately desire with the House? Malachi, cut the shit. You know just as well as I do that the House of Black started this war. You started this war with me almost 3 years ago. I had just won a match on Monday Night Raw, and you made your spooky-ass little entrance, raising up with your stupid little coffin, and you decided that you wanted your first match to be against the best-kept secret. And on that night, you chose to pick a fight with me. And from there, you kicked my head in. But then you ran away. You ran away from me. You avoided me because I was reborn in the light of a Messiah. I became stronger under his guiding hand, and then WrestleMania came, and I made you look and feel like a mortal man for quite possibly the first time in your life. I showed that even the King in Black can be destroyed by a mere mortal. You fear me, Malachi, because once I broke away from the Messiah, I became stronger. And I'd already become strong enough to defeat you, so you were afraid of what I could do when the chains were completely removed. You fear me in a way that you fear no other man, so tell me! Tell me that I started this war all you want. You know you struck the first blow, and I am looking to strike the last. Huh. The House would welcome you with open arms, Mr. Matthews, but we had a feeling you were going to decline our invitation. So I made a direct approach. You once took something that was precious to me, so I indirectly made sure to take something that was precious to you. Look at you, Alistair. Look at you. Alistair Black is dead! Alistair was the devil with amnesia. Malachi is all that remains, and I am reborn. I am whole again. I am God! And yet you hide. You hide behind Big Bad Brody King, and this is why I make the challenge to you, Malachi. He is what brought us to this point. I want a tag team match with the Kings of the Black Throne. I want to pick a fight with you. AEW buy-in. Kings of the Black Throne against myself in a tag team match. You would willingly lead yourself to slaughter in a fight where you know you would face two gods among men alone. I said a tag team match, did I not? You have nobody, Buddy Matthews. Nobody will join you. You never will have anyone. Your Messiah left you out to dry. He left you in the cold to die on your own because he felt your replacement was mightier than you. He traded a dull blade for a mace, and now you have nobody. I was hoping you'd say something like that. Malachi Black, Brody King. You talk about gods, disciples, messiahs. Well, if we're gonna get biblical, meet Jonah. Oh my God. Buddy Matthews has called in Jonah from Impact Wrestling. Malachi might have a king, but Buddy Matthews has colossal backup. Buddy Matthews has the walking monster, Jonah. Jonah is here. Look at the size of Jonah as he approaches the ring. Malachi Black stepping down. Malachi, whether you want this fight or not, we'll be seeing you at the buy-in. Well, what a blockbuster announcement of a match for the buy-in. We now move into our first bit of action for the night on this huge night of AEW Dynamite. It's the first video I've recorded since I got back from Puerto Rico. I'll talk about it on a live stream sometime. Here comes Chris Jericho to the ring, hot off of his first appearance over in LS11 Impact last Thursday. We got an early preview of his opponents tonight. This is the third trial of Jericho, or excuse me, second Undisputed Trial of Jericho, the second out of what will be 6 if he can pass each of them. Last week we saw his trial from Bobby Fish of Redragon, where he took on Bobby Fish one-on-one. But now tonight, Jericho finds himself on a 2-on-3 handicap match against Impact's Violent by Design tag team. But who did he find as a tag team partner? Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Paul White, the Giant. Paul White is here. It's a Jericho reunion. The man once called the world's largest athlete, marching towards the ring. We haven't seen Paul White in a little while. He makes sporadic appearances in LS11 Universe as part of the AEW Universe, and it seems Chris Jericho knew if he needed to get violent tonight, he needed, as he said in his past, his favorite tag team partner he's ever had. So Jericho's opponents, the team of Cody Deaner, Joe Doring, and Eric Young. Impact Wrestling's own Violent by Design. Also, just so everyone knows, today is the day that the win-loss records and roster pages will start being updated again. Granted, it might take me a couple days because I have missed 6 episodes of being away on vacation. A lot happened in that time. I think there were a couple hardcore title changes in that time, I think. I don't remember. There's been a lot in that time, though. So, you know, I missed 2 weeks of actual life from being on vacation, so Violent by Design making their way to the ring. I mean, for God's sake, I wasn't even in the country for Chris Jericho being on Impact. Violent by Design on their way to the ring. You know, we talk about Impact Wrestling. We just saw Jonah a moment ago. We are 2 nights away from Impact Ultimate X. It will be our first ever TV special for Impact. It will be premiering this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the LS11 Universe channel. A guaranteed new X Division champion crowned on that night, and a 6-man Ultimate X match when Joe Hendry, Jonathan Gresham, Timothy Thatcher, Tyler Breeze, Chris Sabin, and Chris Bay go head-to-head in an Ultimate X match. Christian Cage of AEW will go one-on-one with Swerve Strickland over the Impact World title, and much more. But right now, it is time for a 2-on-3 handicap match. Chris Jericho and Eric Young starting this one off. Remember, Jericho tapped out during this past Thursday on Impact with the Lion Tamer, but it was a 3-on-3 match. Jericho had proper backup. But I mean, he did bring in the world's largest athlete. He's brought in Paul White, who's gotten tagged in now as Paul White firing away on Eric Young. Paul White with a super kick. Walking across the chest now is Tall Paul, as Sean Ross Sapp dubbed him. Double axe handle connects. And now Paul getting him back up to his feet. Paul White gets him back up. There's a right hook and a jab. Another super kick knocks him back. Paul White now gets him back up to his feet. Goes for a jab, gets kneed in the ribs. And now, oh, Eric Young gets shoved down. And Paul White goes into the corner. What is Paul White thinking here? Paul White. So I'm going to make a little disclaimer here. You might hear a cat scream in the background of this episode. The cat's mom, my fiance,
has gone out to dinner with her parents tonight, and for some reason, after being gone for a week, the cat has decided that when her mother is not around, she needs to scream. As Joe Doring tagged in, Paul White with a splash onto him. And now Paul White getting Doring back up to his feet. The Giant is cleaning up, but oh, gets headbutted and knocked off his feet by Doring, who's nearly matching size with the Giant. Doring grabs onto the arm, and Doring with another stomp takes him down. Paul White getting himself back up. Big boot from Paul White. Tag made. Here comes Chris Jericho. And Jericho, who wants a TNT title shot against Adam Cole. That's what these Undisputed Trials are for. For those that have not been here for Impact or for Dynamite yet, the Undisputed Trials are each member of the Undisputed Elite picking a trial for Jericho, who now hits a lion salt. And if he can defeat all 6 of his trials, come the buy-in in just 4 weeks' time, then he will get a TNT title match against Adam Cole, baby, at Double or Nothing, as Jericho trying to get off the shoulders of Doring. Jericho taking him down. And now Chris Jericho grabs Doring and gets him back to his feet. Jericho, there's a chop. Doring gets back up. Joe Doring grabs onto Jericho and belly to belly takes him down. And now Doring grabs Jericho, getting him back to his feet. There's a jab. And again, Doring grabs Jericho. And boom! With a huge clothesline, takes him down. Doring now grabs Chris Jericho and gut wrenches him. Jericho goes down. Doring off the ropes. Joe Doring went for an elbow. Jericho out of the way. Chris Jericho now getting back to his feet, and Jericho with a right hook. Jericho kicks him in the ribs. Code breaker! Cover! 1, 2, no. Oh! Big Paul White wiping out Eric Young. Chris Jericho taking out Cody Deaner. Jericho now turns Doring over. Decides to get off of him though now, and Chris Jericho. Oh, he gets grabbed. Doring. Spine buster! Cover on Jericho. 1 kick out from Jericho. And Jericho, knee strike connects. Jericho with a chop. Gets chopped back. Now Jericho, forearm strike, knocking him back again. There's another chop. Another punch, puts him in the corner. Tag made. Paul White is back in. Paul White with a jab to the gut. And now Paul White, what's he thinking here? There's a leg drop onto Joe Doring. And now Paul White, here we go. Gonna look to send Doring for a ride. Gets him by the throat. 4, a choke slam. The 7-foot-tall Paul White. 2, nearly got him. And now Jericho grabs onto Deaner. Jericho getting Deaner out of the mix. Paul White's got Doring down, and now Paul White on a roll at the moment. Paul White goes after Eric Young, who hops off the apron. Eric Young wants none of that. And now Paul White getting Doring back up to his feet. Punches him in the head. And a punch to the back. And again, double axe handle. Paul White taking him down. And now Paul White joining the mix on the outside. Headbutt to the back of Eric Young. And a headbutt to Deaner as well. Paul White getting back into the ring now. Paul White telling Jericho, let's finish it. Jericho back up on the apron. Paul White makes the tag. Jericho is in. Jericho steps up to Doring. Judas effect. 1, 2, 3. Violent by design. It was nearly broken up by Deaner, but in the end, the Judas effect spells the end. Chris Jericho and Paul White win this handicap match. Violent by Design just seemed to not be able to get it together for this one. Doring got in there. Doring's the big guy for the team, but ultimately he succumbed to the Judas effect. Your winners, the team of Paul White and Kris Jericho. Well, better luck next time for Violent by Design. But wait a minute, Eric Young in the face of Diener and Doring. Wait a minute, Doring! Drives Eric Young into the floor. And Diener and Doring leaving the leader of Violent by Design laying. I think Eric Young just got kicked out of his own team. Landon, you filming? Good. Hello, Kris. See, I knew the Bucks didn't have the right idea by bringing in other guys from Impact. Literally just saw you guys made such a bad call that an Impact team just broke up on an AEW show. So, leave it to me. Now that you and Tall Paul kicked the asses of those losers, how about a real star picks your challenge? I know you're a thrill seeker, Kris. My choice for your next Undisputed Trial is a bit of a hit to the heartstrings. Next week, you're going to get a blast from the past. Kris, next week, you're going to take on your old tag team partner, because next week, on Dynamite, round 3 of the Chris Jericho Undisputed Trials, Chris Jericho versus Lance Storm. Landon, turn this shit off. Well, up next, now that we know that a legend is returning to the ring next week in the form of Lance Storm to face off with Chris Jericho, we're moving on to the next qualifying match for the Casino Ladder match at the buy-in in a few weeks' time. We're just a month away from the buy-in now. Of course, as I've said multiple times now, the buy-in is going to air on July 12th. It will be a premiere, and it will be the same week as LSWF Bayside Beatdown. Yep, just got an official announce date for it. Actually, just got an announce date for LSWF. How about that? You thought I forgot about it? I did. July 16th, though. But Kris Statlander making her way to the ring. She has a very tall task ahead of herself tonight in this qualifying matchup, because she's got to take on a real wild card, someone we've never seen in the LS11 Universe before, someone making her in-ring debut as a wrestler tonight in the LS11 Universe. So Kris Statlander is here. So far, we've already seen quite a few names qualify for the Casino Ladder match. We know the Joker will be the final one, but for the first time in LS11 Universe, here comes Paige Vanzant. Representing American Top Team tonight, Paige Vanzant on her way to the ring. We may not have Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky together here, but we do have Paige Vanzant. So PVZ on her way to the ring. No Dan Lambert tonight, in part because I just cannot bring myself to do that to you all right now. Cannot bring myself to do it. Paige Vanzant making her debut tonight. Remember, the winner of the Casino Ladder match at the buy-in is going to go one-on-one with Dr. Britt Baker, TMT, or whoever the women's champion is come All Out, or Double or Nothing, excuse me. But so far, Ruby Soho, Jade Cargill, and Anna Jay have qualified for the matchup. So this is the second to last qualifying match. As well, PVZ went for a super kick. Statlander saw it coming, and Statlander scoops her up into a powerbomb. Statlander saying, "You might be a fighter, but I'm a wrestler. Welcome to the ring." As now Vanzant throws her in the corner, and Paige Vanzant grabs onto her, goes up to the middle rope, and Vanzant now, choking her out. Reverse Bulldog choke, drops her. And now Vanzant stomps the arm. Into a cover now goes Paige. And there's a kick out from Statlander. Statlander now getting picked back up to her feet, and Statlander right into Paige Vanzant. Statlander firing away now, and now Kris Statlander knocks her down. We're seeing a whole new look for Statlander tonight as well. I did not mean to completely bury that fact. I apologize. I know a lot of people really like Kris Statlander. As now Vanzant thrown out of the ring, and Statlander getting fired up. Here we go. Kris Statlander hits the ropes and dives out with a tope suicida. Sends Vanzant crashing into the ring, into the barricades. Statlander with a right hook knocks her into the barricade again. Statlander grabs onto Vanzant and Kris Statlander. Whoa, hangs her over the railing and kicks her in the head. She goes down. Statlander gets her back up to her feet, and Kris Statlander throws her back in. Statlander getting her back up to her feet now, and Statlander kicks her in the ribs. There's again an elbow strike, knocking her back. Statlander pulls her in. Kris Statlander scoops her up, and brainbuster cover. 1, 2. Statlander unable to put away Paige Vanzant. Statlander now getting her back up to her feet, and Statlander looking for a jab. Paige Vanzant with a punch to the arm. And now Vanzant takes her down. Vanzant using that UFC background. Former UFC champion is Paige Vanzant. Takes her down. And now Paige Vanzant with a knee strike. Falls into a cover. Kick out from Statlander though. And now Statlander gets grabbed by Vanzant. I really should have had Ray call this matchup for me, shouldn't I? Ray's more of a UFC guy than I am, as there's a jab from Vanzant. Ray, don't worry. Next time Ray's on commentary and Vanzant's in a match, Ray will have you covered. As Vanzant gets taken down, takes down Statlander, who comes back up, and now Statlander. Right hand turns Vanzant around, and Statlander scoops her up. Statlander. Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2. Kick out from Paige Vanzant. There's a kick now from Statlander. She gets Vanzant back up. Look for another jab. Paige caught her. And now Paige Vanzant with a forearm takes her down. Vanzant off the ropes. Knockout strike to the side of the head. Now Vanzant turning her over, and Paige Vanzant into an ankle lock. Ankle lock is in. She's got a grapevine it. A grapevined ankle lock is in. Statlander grabs the ropes. That was a good save there. The ankle lock, especially grapevine, one of the more dangerous submissions in professional wrestling. And now Statlander, gets her knees kicked out by Vanzant. Paige Vanzant kicks out the knees. There's a jab to the ribs, and Paige Vanzant scoops her up. Drives her into the mat with a Michinoku driver. 1, 2. Statlander kicked out. Vanzant grabs her again, and now Paige Vanzant with Statlander into the corner. Paige Vanzant's got everything to prove tonight. Her first AEW matchup. Firing around the face of Statlander, and again takes her down. Punches connecting like a Dark Order extra on Dustin Rhodes. There's a knee to the face. Statlander's down, and now Vanzant kicks out the knee. Now what is Paige Vanzant thinking? She's got her. Grabs her by the arm and stomping on the arm. Vanzant with another roundhouse kick. Firing away now is Vanzant. There's a kick to the head. Kick to the ribs. Knee strike. Big kick to the head. And now Paige Vanzant getting her back up to her feet. There's a kick and a jab. Another kick again connects. Paige Vanzant throws her into the corner. And Vanzant with a jab. Again. Vanzant, no. Statlander out of the way. Statlander. Getting knocked back again. Statlander staggers as Paige Vanzant grabs her, and Vanzant with a gut wrench takes her down. Vanzant now gets it back up to her feet, and Paige Vanzant scoops her up. Michinoku driver. 1, 2. Paige Vanzant is going to the buy-in. Paige Vanzant becomes the 4th woman in the casino ladder match, and next week we will have the final qualifying matchup, and then the only name to be revealed is the Joker, who we will find out on the night of. That is a big win there for Vanzant in her AEW debut. PVZ is heading to the casino ladder match. Whoa, wait a minute! Well, now that the match is over, Paige Vanzant being jumped by Jamie Hayter and Rebel, Britt Baker's goons, trying to jump PVZ after her debut. But Paige Vanzant trying to fight back. You know DMD doesn't want to fight a former UFC champion. Well, Hayter don't waste time turning around and taunting into the crowd because Vanzant just wiped out Rebel with that knee strike. And again, Paige Vanzant clearing house. Paige Vanzant sending a message to Dr. Britt Baker. Yeah, I know I don't work here or anything, but I got a few things to say before I head back to the Impact Zone. Doring and Diener want to just throw away everything I taught them and betray me. That's fine. Because seeing Chris Jericho reunite with an old tag partner tonight gave me some inspiration, and I got a bone to pick with my now former teammates. So, while this last match was going on and after the trainers told me I was good to go, I made a phone call. And an Ultimate X in 2 nights. Diener, Doring, be sure to show up because you're on the card. Because I'm bringing a monster. Well, a big matchup announced for an Impact show on an AEW show. Look, man, I wrote this episode on a plane. Give me a break. The premier athlete, Tony Nese, in the ring. Here comes the Redeemer, Miro, to the ring. Yeah, that's no joke. This entire week of episodes was written on a plane. I'm not kidding. Wrote it on my plane ride. Miro on his way to the ring, his wife CJ Perry in his corner. Miro has been on an unstoppable rampage these last few weeks. His biggest win so far being against Keith Lee, who we've not even seen since. So Miro stepping into the ring with the premier athlete Tony Nese tonight. Miro made a challenge to a giant 2 weeks ago, and no one accepted last week, and by that I mean his match got deleted somehow. I'm not even kidding. So now Miro and Tony Nese in the ring. Miro runs him over. And now Miro, went for the Machka kick. Tony Nese shoved away, and Miro for a clothesline. Tony Nese got him, and now Miro knocking back Tony. Knocks him back. Miro grabs onto him now, and Miro throws him out of the ring. Telling him to bring it on. Miro pacing back and forth now as Tony Nese getting back into the ring, and Miro runs at him, but Tony Nese countered. Tony Nese goes for a kick. Miro counters. Miro, right hand from Nese. And now Tony Nese rolls Miro through, and look at the strength of Tony Nese. One-arm powerbomb to Miro. Tony Nese now turns him over, and Tony Nese cover on Miro. Kick out immediately. And Tony Nese now getting the Redeemer back to his feet, and Miro grabbed by Nese. Miro takes him down with a few elbow strikes, and Miro now turns him over. Miro, Alabama slam. Pulls him in. Game over. But Tony was in the ropes somehow. I'm not sure I quite agree with that one, ref. And it definitely looks like Miro doesn't either. As Miro now kicks Nese in the ribs, the premier athlete getting picked up by the Redeemer. And Miro, falls back with him. I thought he was going to powerbomb him. Kicks him in the back. No rope breaks for you this time, Tony. Game over, and we're done. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a technical masterpiece. It was just destruction from the Redeemer. Just like that, the Redeemer gets yet another win. Miro's win streak just gets bigger and bigger. Big win for Miro. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we only have a couple matches left tonight. Up next, the King of Wrestling, arrives as advertised last week, but before that, Eddie Kingston addresses Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan! I don't care what kind of history you got with Mox. Last week's attack, you better be ready to shoot to kill. You better be ready to shoot to kill, man, because where I come from, you don't jump another man from behind if you're not going to finish the job. And if this is about my brother being on the shelf recovering, I don't give a shit. It's never been about you and me, Sami, but you made it about you and me last week when you jumped me with your little baseball bat. So you better come to finish the job at the buy-in. Next time I see you, I don't even care if it's at a match. I don't care. We might have a match at the buy-in, but I'm going to kick the living shit out of you, Sami. I'm going to leave your corpse on Mox's doorstep as a present. So come finish the job. Finish the job, Sami. Yeah, note to self, I'm going to stay away from Eddie Kingston for the next few weeks. But, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come. But first, on his way to the ring, the son of the Enforcer, Brock Anderson, making his way to the ring. Brock Anderson, the son of Arn Anderson. I mean, could you tell? He looks just like his father. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Brock Anderson on his way to the ring. Brock Anderson's got a tall task out of him. Because I think you all know what's about to happen. I think you all know who's coming. Last week, as Brock's finishing his entrance here, last week Kenny Omega mentioned how he's put CM Punk and Chris Hero on the shelf. And then some code appeared on the screen. It said the King of Wrestling arrives this week. So I think you all know who's here. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, Claudio Castagnoli is all elite. A former LS11 Universe World Champion making his way to the ring. Claudio is here. Claudio Castagnoli, as I've said, a former world champion. Last time we saw him was him losing his world championship, but now tonight, he is here. He is finally all elite. Claudio versus Brock Anderson. Claudio, right hand connects. And Claudio looking to take Anderson to school here tonight. Grabs onto him, and huge uppercut. Stomps onto the chest of Brock Anderson, kicking him down. Claudio now grabs onto him and gets him back to his feet. Claudio fires away with some chops, grabs onto him. Claudio considered by many to be one of the best wrestlers, one of the best pure wrestlers in the world, pound for pound, one of the strongest wrestlers there is. As Brock Anderson, went for a fallaway slam! Gets his knees cut out from under him. Claudio now getting him back up to his feet, and Claudio. Anderson now scoops him up. Claudio again rolls through. As I said, Claudio taking the young Anderson to school tonight. Throws him off the ropes. Oh, a swinging sleeper. Claudio grabs onto him, and now Claudio pulls him in. Lifts him up. No! Brock Anderson counters the attempted powerbomb. And now Anderson getting Claudio back up to his feet. There's a right hook. And again, Claudio rolls through. Gets grabbed. Anderson scoops him up. Claudio again. There's a right hook from Brock. Now Brock Anderson trying to show some of that aggression that he's going to need if he's going to want to beat a former champion like Claudio, who nails him with an uppercut. Claudio throws him down, drop kicks him in the back. Claudio now getting him back up to his feet, and Claudio Castagnoli firing away with right hooks. Grabs onto him, Claudio throws him off the ropes, and Claudio pops him up. Power slam. Knee strike. And now Claudio getting him back up to his feet. Claudio, there's a chop. Brock Anderson fights back now, and Brock, whoa, went for the fall-away slam. Claudio caught him now, and Claudio throws him off the ropes. Oh, they collide. Claudio went for a right hook. Brock caught him. Claudio counters. Claudio turns him around with a right hook now, and Claudio, whoa, gets him up on his shoulders. Torture rack, spinning him, drops him. And now Claudio into a sharpshooter. But a rope break's going to save Anderson on that one. Claudio turns him over, and Claudio, oh boy, I've missed this. Brock's going swinging. Claudio sending Brock Anderson for a ride. Swinging him again. That's 6 rotations. Now here comes 9. Claudio taking him around the ring, grabs the leg and slams it down. Claudio now getting him back up to his feet. Claudio, clothesline. Now Claudio Castagnoli getting him back up to his feet. Claudio, right hand, and now Claudio bringing him back. Goes for a shove, gets caught. Anderson getting knocked back now, and Castagnoli shoves him back. Claudio Castagnoli with another clothesline. And now Claudio gets him up to his feet. Claudio pulls him in, cracks the neck into the Gotch neutralizer. Good night. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to AEW, Claudio. Claudio Castagnoli is officially All Elite. He wins his debut Dynamite matchup as well. That is big for Claudio. Welcome to AEW, Claudio. Welcome to AEW. Oh, surprise, surprise! Another ex-WWE guy here to help CM Punk and the rest of the Ragtag Rejects. Claudio, it took you long enough to finally grow a pair and learn your worth. But you now enter the crosshairs of the Elite. You've crossed Kenny Omega. You've crossed me now what is the new peak of my career. You've crossed the Cleaner, the Best Bout Machine. If you're looking for a fight on your buddy's behalf, well, you found it. Buy-in. Dream match for the ages. Claudio Castagnoli, Kenny Omega. Let's do it. Claudio appears to be contemplating almost. Kenny, I'm a man not known for my words, but a man whose actions speak for himself. You are an arrogant man, Kenneth. You've hurt my friends. That's what's brought me to AEW. I am one of the kings of wrestling. I'm going to show you that your mouth continues to write checks that your ass can't cash. I'm going to humiliate you, Kenny, and I am going to out-wrestle the Best Bout Machine. Challenge accepted. And trust me, I've known my worth much longer than you.
So with the buy-in being a month away and Double or Nothing being just about 2 months away, it's got me thinking. I heard about this Blackjack Brawl, a 6-man gauntlet match. 5 qualifiers and the ace. A lot like the Joker is what I'm told. Someone we're not going to know until the night of. But the winner gets a TNT title shot, and that is very interesting to someone like me. Because you see, I've been racking up wins for a long time now in AEW, and yeah, I've gotten my TNT title shot against Buddy Matthews, and yeah, he beat me at Full Gear. He was the better man that night. But let's not forget what happened the night we first met, when I took him to a 30-minute time limit draw, and as everyone, including himself, has said, 2 more seconds on that clock, and I'd have been the TNT champion on that night. Well, look, racking up wins on the side is fine. I don't care who the competition is or what the Joker looks like. I want in to the Blackjack Brawl, because I'm going to win it, and I am going to be the next TNT champion. My friend, there is only one real face of TNT, and that is El Idolo. If that's so now, then, how about I make sure you don't get to the Blackjack Brawl? I'll see you in a week. It is now time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some tag team action. It has been a hell of a night here on Dynamite. To break the fourth wall for a moment, this has genuinely been one of my favorite episodes I've recorded, and it being the first video I've recorded since I got back from my vacation, well, that's just made it even better. This has been really good for remotivating me to get back into doing videos after 2 weeks off of recording. So, here comes the pinnacle to the ring, MJF and Wardlow. If they win tonight, their matchup with FTR for the buy-in for those tag team titles is officially set in stone. We are somehow still a month away from the buy-in, although it feels much closer. So MJF, the former AEW World Champion, on his way to the ring. Wardlow right behind him. Wardlow's been doing the dirty work lately. Well, I mean, just keep in mind, a couple weeks ago, they fought 2.0 in a tag team matchup, and MJF wore his suit out here because he didn't even want to get his hands dirty. So MJF and Wardlow on their way to the ring. The Pinnacle is here, and they're going to take on... So FTR told them to take on some real tag teams, get some wins, and then they'll talk. Well, here come the Lucha Bros. Rey Fenix, Penta El Zero Miedo. The Lucha Bros on their way to the ring. You want a real tag team in AEW, this is about as real as you can get. So, the Lucha Bros on their way to the ring. Fenix and Penta set for some tag team action against the Pinnacle. This is our main event, as I said, ladies and gentlemen. Final match before I get to go get dinner. First time I've gotten to have dinner on my own in over a month. That'd be kind of nice. Sorry, I'm really breaking the fourth wall lately, and I do apologize for that. I'll be able to live stream soon, so I'll be able to actually personally talk with you guys soon, so I won't be rambling as much. So, Fenix and Penta are here. The Lucha Bros against the Pinnacle. MJF starting it off with Penta. Here we go. MJF. Oh, it's shot by Penta. MJF into a hip toss. There's a kick from MJF. MJF grabs onto Penta. Getting him back up to his feet now, and MJF with a chop. And again. Pulls him in, lifts him up, suplexes him. MJF taking him down now, MJF
Gets Penta back up to his feet. MJF, there's a slap for a punch. Penta with a hip toss. Now Penta goes into the corner. MJF gets grabbed by the arm, and Penta grabs the arm. Penta bending back the arm. Penta, oh, stomps the arm of MJF. Tag made to Phoenix. MJF with a clothesline takes him down. And now MJF, no, gets punched in the face by Phoenix. Phoenix with another kick. Phoenix, there's a chop, there's a kick. Phoenix grabs the ropes, springboard. Whoa, MJF went between the legs. Chop block takes him down. And now MJF tags in Wardlow. Wardlow into the mix now, and now Wardlow. Whoa, both men threw kicks. Neither got the better of the other. Wardlow got him at that one. And now Wardlow kicks him in the ribs. Here we go. The symphony's about to be playing tonight. Powerbomb. He grabs onto Phoenix again. Wardlow kicks him in the ribs again. Wardlow pulls him in, and Wardlow with another powerbomb. Cover. 1, 2, no. There's a stomp now. Wardlow kicking him down. Phoenix back to his feet. Ray Phoenix pops up, tilt-a-whirl, and huge stunner there from Phoenix, taking him down into a cover. Kick out. There's a kick now. Phoenix grabs the arm, and Phoenix stomping on Wardlow. Ray Phoenix stomps on Wardlow, kicks him in the head, takes him down, and Phoenix grabs Wardlow by the arm, and Ray Phoenix pulling back on the arm of Wardlow. And knees into the back, takes him down. And now Ray Phoenix getting him back up to his feet. Ray Phoenix. Wardlow shoves him back. Wardlow with a clothesline. Wardlow bursts out of the corner. There's a knee strike. And now Wardlow grabs onto Phoenix, pulls him in. Wardlow knees him in the ribs. And again, taking him down. Tag made back to MJF. MJF and Wardlow working pretty well together lately. There's a punch from MJF. And an elbow connects as well. MJF now gets Phoenix back to his feet, and MJF now kicked in the ribs by Ray Phoenix. And now Phoenix with a punch turns him around. Phoenix put him in the ropes. Ray Phoenix working over the neck of MJF. MJF staggers now, and Phoenix grabs onto him. Phoenix with a back body drop to MJF. Kips up and leg drop across the chest. He goes down. There's a tag to Penta. Penta is in now, and now Penta El Zero Miedo into the ring. Penta, well, kicked in the ribs now by MJF. MJF answering back now, and MJF knocking him back, went for another punch, gets him knocked back. MJF punched in the face. Penta into a cover now, and Penta. 1, 2, kick out from MJF. Penta grabs onto MJF, pulling on the arm. Penta snaps the arm of MJF. Another stomp, MJF out of the way, and MJF close one. Tag made to Wardlow. Now Wardlow gets pulled in. Sling blade from Penta. Tag made to Phoenix now. And here comes Ray Phoenix. Wardlow pushes him back now, and Wardlow gets caught with a chop. Phoenix shoved back again. Wardlow takes him down, and Wardlow knee strike. And now Wardlow, oh, wipes out Penta. Wardlow now grabs Phoenix, and Wardlow kicks him in the ribs. Wardlow pulls him in for powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Penta tried to make the save, but he was too little too late, and his brother takes the fall. MJF and Wardlow are going to the buy-in. The Lucha Bros put up a good fight, but in the end, MJF and Wardlow have gelled together like a real tag team as of late, and it paid off. Big win for them. Cut my music! Cut my music! Johnny, Dax, Cash, I hope you three are listening. And I hope you're listening closely. You three say you wanted us to beat some real tag teams and get our shot at those titles. Well, we just beat one of the best tag teams in AEW. We just beat the Lucha Bros and turned them into nothing but bugs on the ring canvas. Johnny, I told you 2 weeks ago that I wasn't interested in fighting you until you have something I want. Well, you know, maybe 6 months ago, yeah, it's something that would have interested me. Oh, I'm sorry, you thought I meant Big Gold, right? No, I meant Candice. Yeah, but then you went and knocked her up. So, Johnny, I truly hope you kick Hangman's teeth down his throat so bad that he has to drown himself in whiskey just to forget that he's a loser all over again. Then, I hope you turn Darby's paint into his blood and guts and rip Pretty Platinum away from him, because then you'll finally have something I want again. But right now, Dax and Cash, I'm talking to you, because you two, you have something that I want. And I'm not talking about your raging boners for Bret Hart and his stupid family. I'm talking about those AEW Tag Team Championships, because when Wardlow and I get our shot at the gold, because trust me, we're going to get our shot at the gold. As long as the big man here doesn't screw us up, you two are going to go from FTR to FML. Because you're going to realize just how much you screwed yourselves over by crossing Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Because Dax, Cash, Johnny, I'm better than you. And you know it.